Let's get right to our first story.
That's right. They have been back and forth to CHEO for more than a decade. First with their oldest daughter, then with their youngest.
Forced to deal with conditions like epilepsy and narcolepsy, a tough haul for any family. But Steph, when I had a chance to sit down with the Blains, there was no complaining. Instead, it was repeated expressions of gratitude for CHEO and for the doctor who's seen them through it all. This is a good news story.
We want our kids to know that there's a big world out there, and despite some of the hiccups that we may have had, there's nothing that our kids can't do. Your risk factor is there.
Along with their 3 kids, Tracy and Bobby Blain are planning a massive family adventure to Australia.
I really want to touch a poisonous snake when I go there.
We're keeping their kids in check.
It's right up your alley, eh? Yeah, so we're going to avoid the poisonous snakes.
Yeah, really on. You can't go garden snake to a poisonous snake.
Maybe more top of mind than drugs or hospitals. But as new parents dealing with a suddenly sick baby, they thought their story might be very different.
Just pure terror.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was horrifying. And but we took all the regular precautions, and I think we just acted with those parental instincts.
Their first daughter, Isabella, had started seizing in the car. The eventual diagnosis, benign infantile epilepsy.
It was a good news diagnosis in the end.
A condition controlled by medication.
Eventually, things went really well, and she was able to come off seizure medication, and now she's fine and healthy.
Then along came Owen.
He came along, and we passed our 3-month threshold, and 6-month threshold, and a year, and no seizure activity, and we were like, okay, it was just a one-off.
But the Blains would be tested again.
She decided that it would be fun to follow in her big sister's footsteps, quite literally, 3 months and 12 days for seizure.
Younger sister Alexandra also diagnosed with epilepsy, the startling similarity leading the family to undergo genetic testing to identify the specific gene mutation.
We'll have you do some walking, okay?
But her situation a little more complicated.
As fast as you can.
Balance issues.
Can you try walking with one foot right in front of the other?
And narcolepsy.
Can you walk over here on your heels?
A condition that causes her to suddenly feel very sleepy.
Perfect.
She was always a tremendous sleeper, and when your third child is a tremendous sleeper, you don't go looking a gift horse in the mouth. But as she got older, her sleep was excessive. I mean, she could sleep in a soccer field after having slept for 12 hours at 9 in the morning. Narcolepsy, in our case, isn't exactly like what you see on TV where they just fall to the ground and fall asleep. It's not like that. It's more she has no gas left, and she finds herself a corner and she lies down.
We're going to do your EEG testing today.
Dr. Doja says CHEO sees only 1 or 2 cases of narcolepsy a year, a much more common condition for adults.
Good girl.
Most patients will continue to have it for the rest of their life. Again, we're still exploring things in Alex to see, could it be related to her genetic condition? Could it be related to medications?
Alex has benefited from time in the sleep lab.
The sleep lab is run by our colleagues in sleep medicine. And a lot of the funding for the machines has come through donations from the CHEO Foundation.
We only have lipstick.
And the school lets her nap whenever she needs to.
And it feels cold.
If you needed glasses to see, you would put on your glasses, and if you need a nap to function, well, then that's what you do.
So, my little buttons, you see, they have a little hole in it.
The kids will miss some school when they head to Oz. They're not too upset about that, but they may miss this place.
Just like that.
When you're sick, it's not fun, but they make it fun.
There you go.
After all, CHEO helped to lift them when they felt down under.
The clown, the gift shop, and the cafeteria.
Playing a key role
Why don't we check out a couple things?
in their good news story.
Good girl.
It's phenomenal that this facility and the equipment is here, right in our own backyard in Ottawa.
We're very aware of the immense blessings that we've been given. They've walked with us every step of the way.
Dr. Doja first met the Blain family when their oldest daughter was brought in to the ER, continues to look after their care and be involved with the family for Alex almost a decade later. She has not had a seizure now in almost 2 years, so she's set to come off epilepsy medication. Just like her sister, she will, though, continue to be monitored in the sleep lab, which is something that was only recently made possible there because of donations from CHEO Foundation donors. In the past, clients had to travel to other hospitals to get that sleep assessment, so this is big.
Well, I love a good news story. And the CHEO Sleep Lab is one of only 5 pediatric sleep laboratories in Canada.